Welcome to my new podcast. I dreamed there were two viruses. The first one was transmitted outside, so everyone had to stay inside. Then they got lonely, and their only way of social connection was the counterfeit version offered online. And this is how the second virus was transmitted, invisibly through the screens. That's how it got inside. The second virus spread a lot faster. Everyone was already addicted to the internet, so it was nearly impossible for the anxious and touch-starved population to defend against this virus. In moments of crisis, one discovers who they really are. At least that's how character is tested for characters in movies. Paradoxically, this pandemic has only increased our dependence on our masks, literally and figuratively, as social media presentations become the predominant interaction for the stay-at-home zombie. But while zombies are automata, who vary in personality very little from one to the next, it's clear that identity and ideology are central to the stay-at-home zombie and their social media presentation.
How you get depressed and, this kind of thing, and it's momentary. It usually hits at night. But
Joe Biden. I've said it for 2 years now. Nobody likes Joe Biden. But everybody thinks everybody else likes Joe Biden. So, here we are. I also said that we would watch two old men with dementia say stupid things all summer long. One would apologize after every stupid thing he said, and the other would not. Then, in November, we would find out how much Americans like apologies. Well, thankfully, lockdown has spared us a summer of Biden gaffes. Later, Ruth Bader. If democracy can end with the death of one person, it probably wasn't democracy to begin with. People keep talking about the death of democracy, but what they're really talking about is the death of the illusion of democracy, which only ever existed for liberals and moderates believing in a fantasy of bipartisanship and constitutionality, a myth that the right has not been participating in for a long time. As you can tell, I'm going to be commenting on current events in this new podcast, and that's going to be tough because the current events are more and more current every day. Like right now, as I'm recording, the president has been diagnosed with COVID. The plot sickens by the time you hear this. And yet, a million other things will have happened. The plot twists also feel contrived. What will happen in the coming weeks? As of right now, it feels like the calm before the storm. maybe it should be a reality show. Maybe it should just be a game show. A good title for the game show would be Who's Your Daddy? And every 4 years, the population's forced to undergo this psychologically punishing, this crippling decision between, like, you're either voting for somebody like your dad or somebody that you wish was your dad. Yeah. And some people think that the game show will be better when it's called Who's Your Mommy? But I don't think we're gonna get away from the problem with that. Don't forget to subscribe.
Only awareness can make reality, and only what's real can become a dream, and only from a dream can you wake to the light. Okie dokie.
It comes through so clear, brings it to a whole nother level.
You just want to click it once.